Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stark, and welcome once again to another OBS Adventures. This series in which we are taking a look at, well, OBS games, and sort of what's happening off the ladder. OBS games are a really great way to sort of practice your builds and also get critiqued on them as well. But it's also a really nice way to do some, friendly gambling, because we do have our nice income that we can gamble away on what players we're going to see. So it looks like our first game on today's map, which is Star Station, is going to be between Cronin. Actually, let's see, we got 3 going up there, so we'll see who gets the random draw, and we'll see what happens. Right now I've got the Proton. Looks like we're going to get Cronin and Nux. Of course, Nux is probably just going to... no, he didn't like it, so that's great. So let's see what happens in this particular game. Cronin, the yellow Protoss, is going to be favoured over the red Zerg. And once again, today's map is Star Station. And it looks like we have a nice vertical spawn here. Let's see, who should we bet on? The game says that Cronin's going to be favoured, but Nux has taken an early... now it's tied up. But once again, I like to reserve my judgment on what's going to happen and who's going to win on this game, so I think I may wait for the second or maybe even the third round of betting. Knight's got to play it safe, even though it is just fictional money. But it's still nice to play it safe. Let's just turn on the Blizzard UI so I can actually take a look at their production tab and what's going on. So it looks like we got an early scat coming out for Cronin around the 1 minute mark. I mean, it's a nice time to scat on this map. Looks like he's actually going to scat correctly, which is nice, because with these 4-person maps, like with Red City that we saw yesterday, that you do have a 1 in 3 chance of guessing right. And especially if you're a Protoss against a Zerg, if you scout right the first time, you can then easily block the early hatch play, which is quite popular, especially on this particular map, because it is a fairly large map. So blocking it, we'll see if he does. Looks like he's going to, because he's a Protoss, and that's sort of what Protoss do. They like to annoy me like that, but hey. He's going to stick his probe on patrol, just back and forth. Let's see what happens, how Mr. Zerg player reacts to it. Looks like he was trying to go in for the 15 hatch opening, but it's getting sort of stopped here. He's continuing to make his drone. He may just decide to put it here, which he does. Pretty straightforward. I mean, if you get blocked here, you might as well pick it up here. He has not scattered him yet. He is sending his Overlord down to sort of see what's here. He's going to pick this one up over here and realize that there's nothing there. So eventually this Overlord will meander its way down, and it looks like we're getting a gateway assimilator into a Cybercore first, so we won't be getting any Forge Fast Expand from Mr. Cronin here, so that's nice. But he is supply capped, but he's dropping his pylon's almost done to fix that. He's still keeping this probe up here, which is nice. I mean, it's on a relatively kind of a neat little patrol route, and someone's lagging. Ben jamming. Come on, Ben. Come on. Either fix your internet or I don't know. Wow, this is not entirely entertaining. It's always annoying to see like the clock. That's one of the problems with the OBS games, is someone always invariably lags out. I don't know. So how are you today? Well, we need something to do to pass the time, right? So I'm having a pretty good day so far. I hope you're having a pretty good day so far as well. Almost there. Come on, Ben. Drop already, because we know you're not coming back at this point. There we go, let's vote. Come on, there we go. There we go, now we can get back to the game. So we do have a Cybercore with the 1 assimilator down here. I would not be surprised if he immediately starts Warp Gate on this and maybe picks up the second guess, but it looks like he's going for his Expand, which is a good time to do it, especially just because nothing's really happening. The Zerg Overlord's going to come in and scout to see what's going on. He's going to see he's got the Cybercore and yep, the Warp Gate down immediately. As I said in a previous game, Warp Gate is really awesome and incredibly useful if you're a Protoss player. And Mr. Overlord's just going to sort of see this. And let's see what he actually sees. Right, this actually doesn't work as well. I keep forgetting that on the OBS games. Whatever, it's fine. He probably just saw these two. Doesn't know that there's no gas on this one yet, but now there is. And what's he up to now? He's got his Zerglings coming. He's got almost 200 gas. Hasn't started metabolic boost yet. That's kind of... I guess he's too busy chasing this probe away, but hey. Either that, or he's going to try to do something rather strange if he's going to make a layer, but it doesn't seem like he's going to because he's too busy microing these Zerglings to try to kill this probe and run it back to the base, which we get the 2 gateways down, so we may actually be getting some 3 gate pressure from our Protoss player here. The mothership core's already out. It's going to handle this Zergling nicely with the Zealot, picks up the 1 kill, and he can now probably... Actually, that does not look like a tight wolf to me. It might be, but I'm pretty sure it's not. And the Zealot needs to also go right here as well. So, not quite a completely tight wall in. I'm pretty sure Zerglings can sort of sneak by here, and they can definitely sneak by here as well. So we'll see if he actually tightens that up. There, it's the Zealot. Nope, he's going to run off to the Xel'Naga Tower. Now, I know I said this in previous games, but as well in this particular matchup, your Xel'Naga Towers, the only thing useful that they're going to take a look at is to see if they have a 4th, because unless you're trying to do some kind of weird timing and multi-pronged attack, you're not exactly going to send your units up through the Xel'Naga Tower to attack, because, well, this is a much more direct route. And even if you want a multi-prong attack, you can actually go this way. Let's get rid of this for now. I'm not going to bet yet. Or you can go this way, and they're both kind of coming in here. And with getting into the base, since there's only one way in anyways, you're not going to run into these Xel'Naga Towers. It's just not really going to happen. Now, I would like to see Mr. Zerg player picking up his 3rd here, but we do have this sort of impeding assault coming. And does look like he is going for the 3 gate. He's dropping 3 more gateways for a total of 6, which on 2 bases is not. That's a fairly good number. You can probably go to about 7, maybe 8 gates safely. He does have the nice 16 to 24 workers, which is, you know, that's like the pro number. You get 16 and 17, because any more than that, yes, it's slightly less efficient, but it's not the worst thing in the world to do. And looks like he's going to clean this up nicely because our Mr. Zerg player only has 9 Zerglings on the field. It does not. Well, he's got his Hydra Den, but I don't think he's actually making any Hydras. There's the production tab. There we go. Because I don't think the hotkeys actually work on this. No, they don't. Because it's not an actual Blizzard UI. It's just kind of imported. But hey, it's alright. We'll figure it out. And now so this base kind of got cleaned up nicely. This is a pretty scary army for this part in the game, and I don't think Zerg player is going to be able to deal with this because he's just got a bunch of Zerglings here. Some Hydras would have been helpful because he does have his Hydra Den down, especially because this army has got a fair amount of Zealots in it. Not much is going to happen. These drones are sort of sitting back. He's going to try to engage with the drones. Of course, the drones are not exactly the best type of units to use against Zealots. And Zerglings kind of get cut to shreds as well. So it looks like this game's going to be over in relative short order. And hopefully we'll get into the next one. And I probably should have bet on the Protoss player, as he was favoured. So let's see what's going to happen on this next one. Wow, it's kind of weird. Something's going to spawn, and it's going to probably spawn right out here. Maybe be kind of funny. Let's see what sort of happens. We've got Cronin running around in his little Hillian. And let's see who's going to play. Who's even in this game? There is this. Now I want leaderboard. How many people here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 people. And myself. So it looks like we're going to get a nice rematch. He decides to leave. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it for this particular one. That's the one thing I notice about doing these OBS adventures is a lot of people watch the games just for fun because it's a great way to learn, and that's sort of why I'm doing this particular series. Is A, it's fun for me to watch these games and sort of talk about what's going on, see what they're doing, and well, it's just all around good fun, I guess. So, that was an interesting game, and as always, good luck out there. My name is Stark, and I shall see you next time.